Professor Zelfik's third eye blinked slowly as he surveyed his Xeno-history class at the Galactic University. Students from 40 species filled the auditorium, their various forms of note-taking creating a symphony of scratching, typing, and neural recording. "The Cascade Wars," he announced, his translator rendering his clicks and whistles in a standard galactic, represent the most devastating conflict in recorded history. 73 worlds participated. All 73 were rendered uninhabitable. He displayed a hologram of a scarred planet, its surface still glowing with residual radiation 5,000 years after the war ended. Nuclear fire, biological weapons, atmospheric processors reversed to create toxic environments, orbital bombardment that cracked continents. Zelfik's voice carried the weight of ancient tragedy. No world survived that level of warfare. It is quite simply impossible. The damage exceeds any planet's capacity to recover. A hand went up, or rather, a tentacle. Zelfik nodded at the Aquelian student. "But Professor, what about worlds that experienced lesser conflicts?" "An excellent question. Regional wars, yes, planets can recover from those. But total war? Planet-wide devastation? No." He emphasized the word with a sharp click. "Every species learns this lesson the hard way. Then they join the Galactic Council and embrace our doctrine of peaceful resolution. Because the alternative is extinction." In the back row, the human exchange student, Emily Chun, according to his roster, slowly raised her hand. "Yes, Miss Chun." "Professor," she said carefully, "you said no world survived planetary-scale warfare. But Earth did." The auditorium fell silent. Zelfik's translator must have malfunctioned. "I'm sorry, could you weapons that could, and nearly did, end all life on our planet? Impossible, z'etique peut-être. Earth is a thriving world with 9 billion inhabitants. If it had experienced true planetary warfare, we dropped atomic bombs on 2 cities," Emily interrupted. "We created enough nuclear weapons to destroy our civilization 50 times over. We pumped so much pollution into our atmosphere, we changed the global climate. We nearly caused our own extinction at least 3 times." She pulled up images on the shared display. Mushroom clouds over Japanese cities. Photographs of trenches filled with bodies. Charts showing atmospheric carbon levels. Maps of dead zones and poison rivers. The class stared in horror. "Your world should be dead," Zelfik whispered. "How did you?" "We stopped," Emily said simply. "Not because someone forced us. Not because we went extinct. We looked at what we'd done, at what we were capable of doing, and we chose differently. We formed the United Nations. We created the Geneva Conventions. We signed nuclear treaties. We cleaned our air and water. It took decades, centuries for some things. And yes, we still have conflicts. But we learned." She closed her tablet with a soft click that echoed in the silent auditorium. "You teach that no world survives planetary war. But that's not quite accurate, Professor." Her voice was steady, firm. "The truth is no world survives planetary war without changing. We survived because we refused to let our worst moment define our entire future." Professor Zelfik sat down slowly, his 3 eyes blinking in rapid succession, a sign of deep contemplation in his species. "The galactic doctrine," he said quietly, "assumes that species cannot change. That once they reach the brink," a Quillen student in the front row spoke up, their voice trembling. "If humans nearly destroyed themselves and recovered, what does that make them?" Emily smiled sadly. "Resilient. Stubborn. Lucky." She paused, and very, very determined never to repeat our worst mistakes. Professor Zelfik looked at his lecture notes. Thousands of years of accepted galactic wisdom about the inevitability of extinction-level warfare. Then he looked at the human student who'd just dismantled his entire thesis by simply existing. "Class dismissed," he said slowly. "I need to revise my curriculum." As students filed out, Zelfik stopped Emily at the door. "Your world's history, it should be impossible. By every model, every prediction, Earth should be a dead rock." Emily nodded. "I know. My history professor said the same thing. She said we're proof that the most unlikely outcome isn't impossible. It's just really, really hard. She left Zelthik standing in his empty auditorium, surrounded by holographic images of dead worlds. All except one, the one that refused to stay dead. The one called Earth at Re-Triclod,